Coverage of the 2-year-old Central Florida girl Caylee Anthony's disappearance. We're back with our lawyers now, former prosecutor Julia Morrow and criminal defense attorney Drew Findling. We talked about this shovel that she borrowed just a little while ago from some friend in the days after the child disappeared, but you know, Julia, they seem to have an explanation for just about everything.
They do, Shep, and guess what? That explanation is ridiculous. As if this girl was being a good daughter and helping out mom and dad. She lies to her parents. She steals from her parents. She disrespects them. She talks to them like they're idiots. I seriously doubt she was faithfully discharging her household chores and, you know, digging up the bamboo in the backyard before it got out of control and spread all over the place. They're lucky if she makes her bed in the morning and puts her coffee cup in the dishwasher. The story's ridiculous. It's patently ridiculous on its face, and they're just desperately scrambling for excuses here to protect her.
Drew, psychologists have said that there is a certain sort of a scenario under which kids have a pattern throughout their lives of lying to the parents, and the parents never really recognize such a thing, and then you get to something serious like that, and it feels like the same old pattern, and I don't know.
You know, Shep, it's all just conjecture, whether she makes her bed or not makes her bed. You know, now we're talking about gas cans. We're talking about potential smell, but conflicting smells of gas and decomposing bodies. Right now, everybody, including all of us, are just reaching and searching for anything we can find. And when all's said and done, it's going to come down to 3 letters, DNA. That's what this case is going to be about, unless we're fortunate enough to find this young girl alive or the unfortunate consequence of her not being alive. It's going to come down to DNA. Probably we'll end up finding some of the things we're talking about right now are red herrings and will mean nothing in the case.
But I wonder if it doesn't mean something when they say, we believe Caylee is close. Just about everybody in the family said Caylee is close. We hope to have her back by her birthday, which is Saturday. Well, Greta asked the grandfather, George, about that last night. Listen.
I know, George, that it was at least reported that you came out the other day and said that Casey said that Caylee was close, which is you know, rather vague. Is that the kind of information that, Cindy, you have, or do you have like specific information that satisfies you?
She just feels that Caylee's close. She's still safe.
And I think you can interpret that in a couple ways. Close meaning within the Central Florida area. Close meaning in the neighborhood. I don't think that's what she means. Close to maybe coming home. There's a lot of different ways to interpret that. My interpretation is that she's hopefully in this area.
Well, I guess it's not so much the comment, but I'm wondering whether she was, you know, that she spoke the same way to you in conveying the information, which is sort of code or vague, or whether she was much more specific with you so that you say to yourself, Cindy, I know what happened, and I understand now why it has transpired as it has.
No, I think that is just a genuine statement. I don't think that was a code. I think that's her gut feeling. Again, she's maintained all along that she doesn't know the physical whereabouts where Caylee's at. She knows who has her, who's responsible for taking her, but she does not know the physical whereabouts.
Is this all really freaky to you guys? Julia?
Well, it's ridiculous. I mean, they're acting as if their daughter is, you know, the Dalai Lama imparting these pearls of divine wisdom from the jailhouse. She just must be the center of their universe. She must have been the center of their universe since she was a child, and she's just been getting away with this for years. And the fact that, you know, A, are they really buying into it, or B, do they really not believe her and they're just acting like they're buying it to protect her? We don't know which it is, but if they are really buying into it, well, that's just downright pathetic, and I feel terribly sorry for those parents.
It's so much in circles, Drew.
You know, I'm not gonna call the parents pathetic, and I'm not gonna, you know, make aspersions about the way they raise their child. They're just parents, okay? We have no right to do that. But here's what we do know, Shep, and that is, when you're a criminal defense attorney, sometimes you represent a perceived victim or someone related to a victim, and you've got to make your mind up. Are we going to search for this child or not? It has nothing to do with the grandparents, but you've got to make a decision. Are we going to help the police? And if the kid's alive, we got to do that, and that's what they've got to do.
Please, both of you stay with us. More on this, but first